How much time do you all spend in your heart? What does that even look like? Does that mean anything? Are we in our hearts, or is that just like a kind of a concept that is written about in Cardi's cards? I'm going to put forward that we're going to be working with a very practical, pragmatic heart-centeredness. We're going to look at some practice around this. Because it could be like, what the hell is heart-centeredness? It can sound very fluffy. It's not like, is this an actual thing? I mentioned some of this last night. St. Augustine, the Christian mystic, spoke of oculus cordis, seeing the world through the eyes of the heart, oculus cordis. In Buddhism, there's heart-mind. And the contemporary non-dual teacher and psychotherapist Locke Kelly speaks of doing the 18-inch drop from here down to here. Some of the qualities that you described of, or let's just call it warm-heartedness, are available to us, but we might not default to that at all, and especially if we've got a head default. We'll have mostly transactional relating. It's about this and that, or maybe joking with a bit of by transactions as we're doing this, and what's for dinner, and should we do that, and what did you do yesterday, how's work, da 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 da. So we're literally just sort of trading facts, which is totally how we build connection. That's all great, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there's any heart involved in it, or much heart. There's a huge movement, let's just say, around the world for heart-centered leadership, for heart-centered meditation practice, for heart-centered work and heart-centered business, which is led by a kind of out-of-the-head, a more ethical, more heart-driven approach. We are going to experiment now with practical heart-centeredness. How do I move out of here into here? So we're going to do meditation. I want you just, again, like any of the previous meditations, is just go with what happens, don't judge any thoughts, and just see what's there. Okay, let's explore. You can close your eyes. Okay, so taking a deep breath and just noticing yourself, the feeling of being in yourself, and just letting whatever is there be there. Not really manipulating things or trying to meditate. And just allowing your system to rest inside. And you will, of course, find yourself thinking from time to time, and just let that happen. But keep bringing awareness back into settling. Settling and allowing. I'd also like you to bring awareness to the center of your head, which is where the thinking happens, really behind the eyes. And just notice the energy or activity that's there, or that's habitually there. And just allow that busyness to be in your head while you relax and watch and see what happens. But now I'd like you to move that awareness from inside the head into your chin, into the front of your jaw. So bring your awareness into your chin to feel the chin from the inside. Bringing awareness into the chin. So you are trying to feel the sensations that are there in the chin. And now allowing awareness to drop further. Let's move it out from the chin, down towards the throat and inside the voice and throat and neck area. And of course you'll think, but let go of the thoughts now from time to time and come back into feeling the inside of the neck. Bringing awareness inside the neck to where the vocal folds are. Relaxing your vocal folds, soft tissue inside the neck. Just keep bringing awareness back into the neck. Maybe even some gratitude and love into the vocal folds of your voice. Bringing awareness into the neck. And now we'll allow that awareness to drop further down the neck, through into the upper body. Allowing the awareness to slowly drop into the center of the chest. Seeing if we can feel the center of the chest. And you might find yourself picturing the center of your chest, but I'd like you to focus on the feeling right there in the middle of the chest. Don't battle your mind. If you think, just come back down. And if you pop up, just come back down into the center of the chest. So coming back into the center of the chest, I'd like you to also focus on opening up a little bit of emotional warmth here. See if you can find a gentle kindness. You might remember loved ones for a moment. But see if you can find emotional warmth, even the smallest bit, in the center of the chest. You might notice there might be some numbness there, or you might pop into your head. Don't worry about that. Don't make it a problem. And just see what's here in the center of the chest. And if you can even open up a little bit of love or compassion or kindness or gratitude, any of these warm feelings, allowing the heart to bloom just a little bit. Allowing the heart to soften and open just a little bit. Okay, and now wriggling fingers and toes. And gently opening eyes. Let's all stay feeling the center of our chests, this heart area, if we can. And I mean that somatically, like keep connecting downwards. Remember how we would connect with our bodies? Right now we're just connecting 18 inches down. So what happened?
I went to my safe bubble.
Into your safe bubble. Great, that works. So just keep him coming back here if you can. Do you want to say anything? Sorry, there's no push there.
I can share.
Okay.
I actually had a lot of resistance. There was like a dark void. And then there was like this resistance, like, I don't want to open. Like, when you open, like, people can like use it. And then just sitting with it, it transformed, like, no, actually you get to just be in here. It doesn't necessarily. You don't have to give it, you can just.
Yeah, great. And that's the thing about heart work, is that when we go here, often there are unprocessed things in there, closures, disappointments, hurts. So it's not all love and light. Let's go down to our heart and like, but also you can surrender and hang out and then it warms up. Keep coming back here. We're just going to keep working here. What else?
Might be wrong, but I was thinking if you're not in your headspace operating from the place of mind, then like surely then you are in your heart space, in your body, and you're not thinking about things and really just at peace with what you're feeling. And that almost feels, I think that is what heart space is.
I'll be technical about that. It can be, and that might be what you're experiencing, but I've worked with people who were very embellied. They were very like low slung in their belly and kind of really their energy's down here and they're like, you know, and big boundaries and like, and actually they weren't heart-centered, and part of their work is to come up. So, but you might have felt like as I come down, some people will go straight down to the body and then work their way up. Some people will kind of almost drift down from their head, and naturally, this just does a little bit of opening. Some people are like, please don't lead a meditation from head downwards. I hate that. I like going up. Like every system that I'm saying is just a little different. Yeah. So back here. What happens if we keep focusing here? That's something that I will hear all the time when one is doing this work, is you might find shutdown or just emptiness and numbness. Those are all feelings too. They're part of the experience. Something about actually successfully, genuinely opening the heart. For some people will be coming down like this. For other people, it involves acknowledging their hurt. They can't open their heart unless they actually open up to the things that hurt. And as I'm talking, I can feel like this kind of, that other emotion. I'm just saying the deeper, like as if I could cry kind of feeling. It's just a feeling almost here. And it's like, for many people, the heart can't open without almost this hydration, I'm going to say. This thing of like getting real, like feeling again, actually. The weird thing about joy, like real joy, is it actually intermingles with sadness. It's not just like good vibes, jazz hands. That's not actually real. And so one of the descriptions for it might be happy, sad. It's like, imagine you're looking at, let's just say, your baby. There's an overwhelming emotion to that that is not just pure love, it's all the things. So a genuinely open heart incorporates this sort of deeper stuff in us. Any thoughts or feelings about that?
Yeah, interestingly, I mean, most I feel like my connection to love, or she said the heart space, is if I'm like actually crying and I allow myself to really feel. That's almost my most vulnerable but favorite emotion, because I know that's when I'm really actually connecting and feeling what I need to feel.
Beautiful. That's it. Like you're fully alive and like fully there.
Just, yeah. But it's really difficult to get to that space.
I totally get it. So the object here that we're working with is to do this intentionally. You could do the 18-inch drop. I'm going to send you the meditation to intentionally just switch on. You know how we're like sitting a little bit more connected in ourselves, hopefully a little bit more connected right now. It's just because we've done a little bit of work and we've tuned our awareness into this space, into being in the heart. But we never do that. Transactional relating, but not like. And so it's not about being kind of weird around other people. One of the amazing things is heart-centeredness is actually glorious for all interactions. Someone said it earlier about, what was it, just compassion and connecting in the world. But it is this thing of wherever you meet people, there's an opportunity to be heart-centered. And it doesn't always involve being loving necessarily, because sometimes loving is almost too much emotion. It almost sets you up like this. The bar is up here. I'm either like gushing like a fountain of love, or it's so subtle. All it is like, actually imagine it like a little pilot light, like a little thing that you've just, even just feeling somatically, the physical center of your heart. Like right now, can you connect to the center of your chest? Can you? Just sort of feel it there. That's enough to almost move your awareness down to bring in heart-centeredness at the most subtle level that will change a conversation, that will change how you look at the person doing your parking outside here. Will change how we speak to a family member that you just habitually speak this way. It's a huge practice all of its own. It's an extraordinary leadership practice. To lead a meeting, I'm going to just do that. I'm going to talk, I'm going to do my subject matter, know how to do this thing, but I'm also going to do this. Okay, any questions about that? Too woo, is it okay? Yeah, go ahead. And
how do you stay in that space consistently? Because I can go there, but then like immediately something will pull me out of that. How do you like keep that space, that heart-centered viewpoint, like long term?
It's a practice. So you might, for example, if you do a mindfulness meditation practice, like a breathing practice, you could, over a period of time, instead of bringing your awareness to your nose or to your breathing, you bring it to your heart and you just breathe like that. But set yourself reminders, for example, if you can find an intermittent timer or something that will remind you during the day, even to do it 3 times, like one at 2 p.m., that'll be like every day. Heart center, just like a reminder thing on your phone. So there are a lot of ways to develop. There are books in heart-centeredness, like The Deep Heart by John Prendergast, a wonderful psychologist. So you can totally nurture, develop, and turn it into a superpower if it calls you. Gratitude, morning and evening gratitude practice is helpful, but this is really like super practical. It's literally move your awareness from here to here. You're sitting with your family at the dinner table, move your awareness. Someone's talking, your child's talking, use one of the tools, but move awareness down. Any other thoughts or questions about that?
Semantically, being here, it's like half a breath away from being triggered, because all the triggered sensation is here. So it feels precarious.
Yeah, okay, so then I would look for other routes for you. You might find the mindfulness and spaciousness routes or other ones or lower body ones immediately. Like you might need to create more safety in your system first before moving here. Remember, in fact, I said this last night, one of the reasons why we work in the very lower body is just like, especially knees and legs, is most people don't have traumatic material from here down to here. Many people have got traumas and emotions stuck between here and here. A lot of them are often in the hips to here, but plenty of people have got all kinds of heartbreak in here. So, you won't be the first that'll land in here and it'll be like, wow, that's actually doesn't feel safe. Now you can navigate that by not going there for a while and creating safety elsewhere. You could do this meditation. Within trauma work, there's the word titration or pendulation, which is in trauma work, what you want to do is, like a pendulum, go down, feel, micro feel, then get the hell out. And resource yourself and do something fun. So regularly go visit, kind of meet it, release it, but just never till it's overwhelming, and then get out. So you could use that approach, but you're just accepting, some have described numbness or a void or a hole, or you found a thing. It's kind of waiting for, so there it is, waiting for you to work on it, really.